So, for the past 3 weeks, I've been working on this project non-stop, placing down a sand block one at a time. The lucky thing about it is I don't have to do it. I actually have a laptop set up over here on the side that's actually doing all the clicking for me. Or else I would have to place every single sand block on my own. And over again. And over. And over. And over. And over. And over. And over. So the main reason for the project is to aim to get as much as these prism blocks as possible. Basically, this is all the prism that I own, and I decided to make a fishing auto AFK fish farm with it. And well, I really think that the blocks will look nice for that. Hold on, let me move you to it. For that library over there. We have some over there. Do you guys see that? We're gonna add more to it. I don't know if you guys remember, but from last episode when we went to find the woodland mansion, Pi actually destroyed the inside of this area here. I went ahead and fixed it up, and the sorting pistons are back to working positions. And luckily he didn't blow up my minecarts up there, because that would have made me upset. Would have made me very upset. Oh, and all this stuff. Let me show you. All this stuff over here is still here. I'm gonna let Pi keep it. He says he's gonna make it look more pretty. But oh hey, look at this. All of Pi's stuff is still here. I'm really sorry, guys, but this episode has to be one of those really long and boring episodes where I mainly focus on getting more sand. Believe it or not, it's never not part of our lives. Let me pick you guys up really quickly here. Hey, okay, sweet. Now that you're on my head, we can continue with the rest of the episode. We're gonna need a lot of shulker boxes. I kind of gave mine all to Pi because I felt kind of bad that I took all his stuff and then just left it out in the middle of nowhere. I still love that though. Gotta be one of the best pranks I've ever done in the history of ever doing pranks. Like if you agree, if that was honestly one of the best pranks you guys have ever seen here on Pieland. My goodness. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and make a quick run to my favorite little spot in the desert, pick up more sand, and then I need shulker boxes before I do that. Man, I'm getting ahead of myself again. I always do that. Okay. Here is a stupid empty shulker box that we can empty out and take with us. Is there any down here? Ah, yes, there's this one as well. Uh-oh. Was Spy looking for my diamonds? Does Spy have my diamonds? I think I stored them. Yeah, here they are. I stored them somewhere he wouldn't look for them. Okay, guys. Let me quickly empty out the shulker chest. I'll meet you guys at the desert. And another thing, guys, if you haven't noticed yet, I actually removed... Whoa. I brought extra chests. Huh. I don't know why. But anyways, guys, I removed items from my resource pack. So now these are default items. So the sword looks like a default sword. Every single item besides blocks have their default texture. Just because I really like the way it looked. I honestly wanted to go back to default texture pack, but keeping the skies and everything looking nice. But I really like the way the smoothness looks on... What is this, Faithful? Oh yeah, Faithful. But you guys, let me know. What do you prefer, default or Faithful? This will not declare what I use in the future. I just want to know what you guys feel is better. Default, Faithful, or do you have any other texture packs that you use? I know a lot of you use, not all of you, but some of you who do a lot of PvP use like a really modded version of a resource pack that makes flames look really small and your sword and stuff like that look really small so you can get a better look at who you're trying to hit. Let me know if you use any kind of texture pack like that. I might be using one in the future, but kind of don't want to. It's just because if I make the fire really small, like that's kind of cheating in my opinion. But to each their own, to each their own. I'm just the guy collecting sand here. Look at this, guys. I figured out that if I put all of my items in this chest, I have more room in my inventory when I start pulling stuff out. I'm a genius. Okay, so I collected 2 purple blocks full. I'm not done yet, but I am going to drop off the purple block full. I remember why I brought the chest. The chests are a good idea in case I overflow. I don't have to throw the sand out or keep it in my inventory. I can simply just chuck it in the chest, come back, and continue working on it. So we're going to head back, deliver the sand, and then we're going to head to the end and fix up the shovel, the pooper scooper, and then just continue it over and over again until we have these chests full. They're double chests. 4 by 2, 4, 6. I think there's 8 chests. Might be wrong. We'll see in a bit. And this map looks so big, guys, but once you have an elytra, everything is so small. Alright, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 8 chests worth. Okay, I need to turn the machine off here. Don't know why it's on. There we go. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, 8. So if I were to put the sand here, does that mean this chest will deposit it to this chest? Yes, it does. Beautiful. There we go. So that's basically, and it fills up all of the hoppers too. So we need to do that like 4 more times. No, 4 more times, and we'll be good. Actually, that didn't take that long. That only took like 10 minutes. Okay, I'll race you guys to the end. Here we go. Such a beautiful night. Oh, also, I changed my iron sight to not iron sight, the crosshair to just a little dot. If you haven't noticed that and now it's bothering you, my apologies. You'll get over it. Trust me, I got over it pretty quickly. Guys, I just realized I didn't have my dramatic skies resource pack enabled. Alina's brother came over to visit, and he went back to 8.9, which basically reloaded all the textures for me. So my apologies. The sky should look prettier now. And so the nether looks a little bit better too, honestly. And the bow shot. Ow. Should be much more natural to my series. So here we are. I'm going to go ahead and heal all of this up. And I'm going to show you guys a pretty neat trick that Pi actually showed me. That's right, Pi actually taught me something and not the other way around. So while we're here, this is really loud for me, but I'm probably going to turn it down for you guys just because, you know, I'm cool like that and I know how to work audio. I'm going to turn it down for me just in case anyways. So when you kill these guys and you get XP, it heals all of your slots up here too, if they are taken by something. For example, the diamond leggings, the boots, and the helmet are still here, and the XP will check these slots to see if they are full health or not. If they're not, it'll give it the XP and fix the durability. But if it's completely full like this, it'll actually give the durability to your XP bar down here. Now notice when I take off all, oh well, I can't show you right now. Here, let me fix my there we go. Okay, so now you can tell that all the XP is coming to my hotbar, and even if I try to fix my silky here, it'll still go down here to my hotbar. So a way to just give, like, did you see that? Like, no matter how many times I do it, XP will always jump to this hotbar. But if you actually take off your armor, just make sure not to die, and hold this with your right hand and not your left hand, all of the XP you gather will go straight to that item and not to your XP bar, which is awesome. Check this out. Ready? No XP is going to come here, and we're going to fix the pooper scooper really quickly. Watch this. Do you see that? Look how fast this is fixing. And notice how this isn't even moving. But once I put on my helmet, look. Do you guys see that? It's like, oh, the diamond helmet is fixed. So since it's fixed, let's send it over to the XP bar. So if you have one of these machines, I like calling them machines, up, and you want to fix stuff with your mending really quickly, make sure to take off all of your armor and hold that one item you're trying to fix, and you'll fix it really, really quickly. Like this used to take me 10 minutes, and now it's effortless because all of the XP is going straight to fixing it thanks to mending. Thank you, Pi. I didn't know that. Alright guys, I think I collected enough sand, and you know, we're nearing the end of an episode, and I still haven't explained exactly how this contraption works. So I'm gonna do my best to explain it to you guys here right now while it's getting dark. I know it's not the best, but oh goodness gracious, there are a lot of holes here. It's one thing you have to watch out for. Okay, so let me empty these out first. So the basic key function of all of this is to make it easy for me to just AFK in this box that's over here in front of us, and just sit here and do nothing but hold right click. I have a laptop here to my left that has a mouse that I connect to it, and once I connect to it, the mouse button has its right click button pressed down, so it'll automatically start right clicking here. I can give you an example. So like all of these chests are filled with sand. They're going down the pistons. I mean, not the pistons, the hoppers. I'm getting nervous here talking to you guys. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. And every single piece is gonna go straight into this dropper here. That dropper is on a clock, which is back here, which ticks, that ticks, that ticks, because of the observer, and it's just a whole wheel. It's turned off by this lever here. Once I activate the lever, it gives me a piece of sand, and I just sit here and I right click. It really is that simple. And then there is a piston over here. Get rid of this. Go over here. Get rid of this creeper. I don't like creepers. And then there is a piston up here that is extended because of the lever that pushes all of the sand down. And it'll keep doing so until it reaches the end. So pistons have a radius that it can only push up to that many certain blocks. So let me just oh goodness, it's gonna take a while. Let me just get some sand from up here. So in any case, this is gonna go all the way here. It's gonna reach here, and then once it touches here, I believe, it drags that one sand block forward, leaving this space empty for that piston to push more sand down to this area. And this contraption, this machine, keeps pushing sand all the way down. All of these machines that you see here do the exact same thing. So when there's a block here, it'll move it forward. You know, all that good stuff. Have to make sure I don't break the machine. Okay. So it's gonna go down all the way down. So this machines here basically move sand downward. So the piston can keep pushing more sand down this way. And then at the very end here, guys, once it reaches this observer, it's gonna detect that there's sand. It's going to activate this piston, pushing all of the sand down this way. Now, again, remember, pistons have a limit of how far they can push. So then we have these arms. Well, they're going out now. These are floating blocks, guys. These don't exist here. But we have those guys right there heading back and forth, grabbing any sand that is in this area right here, and then dragging it forward, and then it just drops as soon as it stops. It drops. And it keeps going like that over and over again. You guys can kind of notice that in the montage that I did in the beginning. But this is how this machine basically works. It's really simple. It leaves a lot of ghost blocks for some reason. Oops. Gotta get rid of that creeper. Whoa, 2 shots and you're still alive? That's crazy, buddy. Yeah, all of those are ghost blocks. So it does that. So left click here, right click here, pushes sound all the way down. Oh darn. This should all be filled with sand. And then it pushes sand all the way down, causing all of this sand to move forward. And the way this is activated, guys, is not because there's an observer detecting stuff. It's by this redstone that is also triggered by the observer here. There's an obsidian block here because the observer is moving back. And then it triggers these fences that trigger the observer blocks, which trigger the pistons to extend and distend. And then it'll go back and forward. It'll reach those things right there. I don't know exactly how they work. Pi built those. But it basically sends them back. And then this furnace here stops it from moving any further than here. And these things right here is a way to extend redstone circuits without you missing a tick, because if you use repeaters, you have a setting of 1, 2, 3, or 4 ticks. You don't have a setting for 0 ticks. So you make this contraption right here, which basically makes this block right here 0 ticks, which is just like a piece of redstone that keeps sending redstone signal through without it being delayed, because you want to make sure you activate all of these fence gates at the exact same time in order for the machine to leave at the exact same time, and you don't have a slime block left behind or anything like that, because that would be bad and it'll jam up the machine. I'll link the video in the description below, guys, explaining following the person who actually built all of this. You can follow their guidelines. They explain it much better than I did. They'll show you how to build all of this stuff. It's really cool. But I mean, the best part about all of this is just that I get to sit here and do nothing. That is awesome. So let's dry out this water temple, shall we?